Hello, thank you for being here. My name is Fiona, and I am here to nerd out about my mostly old makeup using my very basic makeup skills because I want and I need a new makeup hobby that is not about buying makeup, just more about enjoying what I have. So thank you for here. Thank you for here. Thank you for being here to hear me out, you know, sharing stuff I think about when I think about makeup. Today, I want to talk about makeup habits that I want to leave in 2024 and some makeup habits that I want to start in 2025. Very first one, I want this year to be okay with reapplying makeup. And this is something that occurred to me last year. When I say last year, literally a couple of weeks ago, um, or a couple of months ago, it occurred to me that I had, or at least in the beauty community, there was a time when we were fixating on long wear, stuff that lasts. Don't get me wrong, I still want my foundation to last. But specifically blush, there was a time where unless a blush was long wearing or staining or something that will not need to be reapplied, then that was the benchmark for good blush. But then recently this year, because I'm going through all my collection and trying to get the most use out of them, I realized, so what if I need to reapply? Like, if I put on my makeup in the morning for work, should I reapply around lunchtime or even after work to get more wear out of it to the end of the day? What's wrong with that? There was a time when I would like look down on that and think, oh, you're not a good blush if I have to reapply you. But if I want to use you up and talking to the product like you, but you know what I mean? Like, if if I want to keep using the product, so what if I have to reapply it, right? Same thing with lipstick, lip balm, even eyeshadow or highlight. Like there are things where it's okay if you have to touch up, and everyone's been like for generations of makeup wearing, people have been touching up their makeup, and it's okay. But there was a time when I would snob, not snob, but declutter makeup just because I have to reapply you. Oh, it's so bad. But yeah, so 2025, I want to be okay with reapplying makeup. It's not a problem. It's okay. Um, the next habit is I want to make sure that before decluttering a product that I've tried absolutely everything I can to make it work. And what I mean by that is, have I tried applying it differently? Have I tried pairing it with another product? Maybe it's just the wrong shade and I have to mix something in. Have I tried maybe a different skincare before it that might help make it work? Or maybe it's a time of year that it's not suited for. Like, have I actually tried using a different tool? Just actually seeing if it's user error that's causing this product to not be stellar in my eyes. Because it's all subjective, right, when it comes to what you enjoy with makeup. But I want to make sure that before passing it on or giving up on a product, that I actually tried. And I've exhausted all options and I've experimented as much as I can, um, which will lead me into not lead me into, which brings to mind why I've created a bunch of Franken products because that was one way for me to make certain things work that were not working, which I'll get into in another video. But that's the second habit that I want to start this 2025. Okay, so some habits that I want to stop that I don't want to bring into this new year is buying something full price. Now, if it's like a $5 eyeshadow or a $5 like lip balm, or like today I bought a $5 eyeliner, I mean, sure, it's okay. I'm talking about splurging in certain products in the drugstore that are on the $20 range or the high teens, or even like anything from Sephora. Anything from Sephora. If I have to buy it full price, there must be a very, very good reason. Because there's always sales, there's always deals. So I should try my best to not buy anything full price to get them my money's worth. The next habit is buying something to try that I wasn't even interested in just because it's on sale. Okay, so since I don't want to buy anything full price, I should wait for the product that I want to go on sale. I should stop. What I've been doing is I should stop browsing sales to see if there's anything I would like. You know what I mean? There's a difference. There's a difference between, oh, I really want this, I've researched it and I know I want it, and I'm just waiting for the price to go down, or for at least, to get a gift card or something to help with the cost. But what I've been doing is I would try products because they're finally on sale, even though when they were full price, I was not remotely interested. Like that is something I need to stop doing because why? Like why? Yeah. The next habit is buying something before I've researched it extensively. I do this a lot where I don't even know if it's gonna work on me. I know my preferences. I know my skin type. And I know what kind of products I'm gravitated to on the day to day. So you would think with all this knowledge that I would be smarter with my choices, but sometimes like impulse buying is real and I would purchase something even though I don't know much about it. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna like it with my other products, how it's gonna play with them, and yeah. So I have to stop doing that. Okay, this one. This one, oh, I don't know if you're gonna relate to this. Let me know if you feel this way too. I have to stop buying something cheaper that's close enough, like a cheaper alternative to something, just because it's close enough, instead of saving up for the thing that I actually want. Let me say that again. Buying something cheaper, buying the cheaper alternative that's close enough to something that I actually want instead of saving up for what I actually want. And I am so guilty of this, where, just a random example, there's this there's a hierarchy of prices of nail polish in the drugstore. There is the three-ish dollar range, and there is the $15 to $20 range. And sometimes I'm curious about the more expensive stuff because I'm like, hey, that's expensive, and I wonder, well, how much better it actually is. But instead of saving up money to afford the nicer stuff, like let's for example, Expressi. I really want to try that line because apparently it's really good. And instead of saving up money for one that I really like, so let's say an arbitrary price, $15. Let's say one is $15. Instead of saving up for that $15, setting money aside to make sure that I buy that, I end up buying three $5 nail polishes that are just mediocre, that are good enough. But in my mind, oh, I won because I get three instead of just one for 15. But I didn't actually get what I want. I got the consolation prize, which why? What? And I've had that habit for so long where it's like, instead of getting product A that's what I want to try and that's what I want to use, it's a little outside of my price range. So instead of just having the discipline to wait for it and save up for it, I'm gonna settle for this. It's kind of okay, but it's not as good and it's not really what I want. But I got something anyway. Like it's a weird habit, and I just have to like stop it. No more of that. Um, Next habit I want to stop this 2025 is buying backups. There's so many things to go with that. I I don't have the space. Like I I no longer live in my parents' house where I have this entire bedroom to myself and all this storage stuff. No, no, no. I share an apartment with my husband, and it's like there's just no space for extra stuff. That's just all beauty related. Like there's just no real estate for that. And also in this economy, like why? Why would I need, okay, unless it's like, a 5 pack toothpaste out of Costco. Okay, that makes sense because I will actually use up all that toothpaste. But I'm talking about, I don't need multiple of something unless so that's like I need to stop that. I need to stop having backups for products because I will eventually finish what I have. And by the time, and it takes longer than I think. Like finishing a product takes longer than I actually think. That by the time I finish that, there might be something I want to try that's better, that's newer, but if I have a backup, then it's like I'm stuck with a backup unless it's something I really, really like. For example, my eye makeup remover. I've been repurchasing the same one over and over for at least almost a decade now, to the point where when there's a sale, I'm like, okay, I know that it makes sense to have a backup because it's something that I've been repurchasing for years. But I'm talking about stuff that I don't even like. I've only liked it for a short amount of time, and I think it's time to for a backup. I'm like, no, I should stop that. Um, and also storage is a problem. We don't want things to expire because they've been sitting in your storage for so long, and it ties me to products that I might get sick of at the end of the year of its lifespan. I want to be able to try other stuff, so no more backups for me. Um, oh, this is a hard habit to kick. A hard habit to kick. I have to stop. I want to stop browsing sales or clearance just to see if there's something I might like. So I mentioned this earlier where instead of, saving it for what I want, I'm getting a cheap alternative because it's on sale and I might not even like it. But this one is specifically like on my phone every couple of days. Oh, it's so embarrassing to admit. Every couple of days, I'll just like go on an app and be like, hey, what's on sale? Is there anything I might like? Am I interested in anything? Like, why? Why? If there's nothing I need right now, like for example, in my current makeup collection and beauty collection, skincare, like, for body care and all that, I am not in lack of anything. Like, I have everything I need to be clean, to smell good, to look good. Like, I have everything I need. So why am I browsing? Like, why am I even browsing just for fun? And don't get me wrong, I don't know what it is. There's like a comfort in it of like sometimes I used to after a hard day at work, I'll just like browse the aisles, not buy anything, but window shop, and I feel okay. So that's one thing, right? Like that to me is okay because I'm not there to actually buy anything. I'm just browsing. But when I'm looking at sales and clearance, it's like just because it's a little cheaper, I have the intention of maybe buying something at the end of it. There's nothing that I particularly want. I just want to browse and maybe buy something. It's weird. It's weird and it has to stop. Like I it's hard to do. And I've even deleted the Sephora app on my homepage, like on my phone, but I haven't deleted the app altogether on my phone. So I can still type it up and look for it. Maybe I just have to stop. Maybe, I don't know. I don't always buy, but the habit, I have to get the habit out of my system just so that I don't get enticed or because even if I'm not looking for anything or if I don't end up buying anything, it still takes away the feeling of loving my products. Like by seeing new stuff and better stuff, I forget how good my stuff is too. So I have to just stop doing that. Um, Next habit that I want to stop is I want to stop hoarding very mediocre products or products that are not working for me. This one is kind of hard because on one hand, I really want to try everything I can to make sure that I've tried all different ways to make it work, right? Like I want to do that. But there's a fine line of, okay, I'm really trying to figure it out, but at this point, am I just hoarding something that I'm not actually using? And I don't want to be a hoarder anymore. I just don't want that life. I can't, my wallet can't afford it, my apartment can't afford it. Like, it's just not sustainable and not healthy. Um, but yes, so I want to stop hoarding products that are not working for me, but also mediocre products. If they're very mid, like if there's a product where there's nothing specifically wrong with it, but it's just not sparking joy when I use it, and I'm not excited about it, and it's not something I look forward to using, I have to be okay with letting that go. Like I have to have a discipline of finding joy in things, but if I've really tried to find joy in something and I still just don't like it, I really given it the shot and it just doesn't work, then I have to have the discipline of letting things go, which is hard for a hoarder, but I have to be able to part with it and give it to a home that will actually use it. So, for example, which one is it? I had a couple of weeks ago. I had an Ulta 3-in-1 cheek palette that had a bronzer, highlighter, and blush. And it's one of my absolute like favorite because I like baked products and I like that it has, I love face palettes. So it's a face palette that's baked. So that's two things that I like. And it has very nice shades, but I could never make it work for my skin tone. It's just way too light. It doesn't show up. And for years, for the year that I had it, I really tried to make it work. I would try to lighten my foundation. I tried to use it in the winter time. Like I tried to pile on more. Like it was just not working. And I had a moment of, okay, I gotta get real. I have to like accept, face the truth. I have to face the truth that it's not working. And I ended up deciding to pass it on to someone who is, getting into makeup. Like she doesn't have a collection or anything. She's just trying to figure out what she likes and just to, have fun with it. And she's a lot lighter than me, like in her skin tone. So I thought, hey, this is still good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not right for me. So I want to do more of that, where there's nothing wrong with the product. It's not expired. It's not broken. It's just not for me. Let it go. That's what I want to do. Okay, next habit that I want to stop, or at least figure out what to do. I have to stop watching content about products and lifestyles that's outside of my price point, that's very different skin type than me, and very just different makeup wearing style. Like, I like watching very different kinds of influencers because then I learn about very different things about makeup that I will not know at all without them. But at the same time, it's exposing me to things that I can't afford, exposing me to things that I'm gonna want to try even though I know it will not work for me. It's exposing me to products that have no like will not fit into my routine. Like, why am I even watching? Like a part of me doesn't want an echo chamber where I only watch people with my skin tone, my skin type, my makeup preference, because then there's nothing new and fun. Right? I don't want to go in that direction either, where it's all the same things over and over. But at the same time, when I watch certain um YouTubers that show like luxury products and stuff, in my mind I'm like, why am I watching this? Like it's not like I can afford it ever. It's not like I can buy what they're recommending and what they're showing me, so why am I watching? um at the same time, if there's a person that's very much into, like, let's say they have very dry skin, so all of their stuff is about hydration and dewy and illuminating, and everything is about things that are very nourishing and all that. Like, that's not my skin type and that's not my story. It's not gonna work. Like, if I follow the recommendations or follow what products they use and their techniques, it's not gonna work. So why am I watching? Why? And I don't know. Like, this is something I'm trying to wrap my mind around and actually understand. Like, especially makeup style, there are people that do immaculate eyeshadow, like, great. But I just can't be bothered with eyeshadow. Like, eyeshadow, if it's more than 2 to 3 shades, forget it. Like, I it's nice to admire the makeup technique and it's nice to admire what they're doing. But if I know that in the end it's not something that I will gain anything from, why? Why? So I have to really streamline my sources of information and my sources of entertainment when it comes to beauty content. So that's something I want to try this year. Another thing I have to stop trying, and this one I'm going to get into because I have to stop making fetch happen. Okay? It's never going to happen. And what I mean by that is, for years, I tell you, oh my goodness, for years, I really, really tried to be an eyeshadow girly. The guys, the amount of palettes and makeup brushes and stuff that I honestly just wasted money on because I thought, so there was a time that I thought to be a proper makeup wearer, you had to do eyeshadow. right? Like I just thought that was a part of makeup, that if you don't do it, it's not makeup. Again, these are things that I've changed my mind about. But there was a time when I thought, ooh, if I buy the palettes they're using and buy the brushes they're using and follow their tutorials, then I will finally be a makeup girly. But I cannot tell you how much money I've wasted on that stuff because I could not make fetch happen. I just could not. Like, sorry, the Swiffer just kind of like fell because of the shock. Like, I could not make it happen. I would follow tutorials. I would change it up, like drugstore palettes, high end palettes, expensive makeup, cheap makeup. Like, I thought there was something wrong with me because I just could not get myself to make fetch happen and be an eyeshadow girly. Like, I just have to accept that there are things that I will never get into, and that's okay. Like, that's what I'm telling myself. It's like, you're not into cream products, that's fine. Underpainting is like a foreign language to you, that's okay. And it's okay that there are makeup things that are just not for me. And there are like, I see all these girls with like intricate eyebrows. I really tried. But you know what? I am rocking the eyebrows my father gave me and I am fine. Like, I I tried, like, the amount of mascaras I've tried throughout the years, it could never happen. My eyebrows are just nope. Nope. Not my eyebrows, my eyelashes. My eyelashes are just like, nope, we're not doing it. I curl it and then put mascara. Nope. Like, they just don't want to. I could not make fetch happen. It just never happened for me. And I have to be okay with that. I have to stop trying to make my face or change my preferences to suit this ideal of what makeup wearing is like. So this year, I have really pared down my eyeshadow collection. I mean, the last couple of years I've been paring them down. I have sold and given away and um, sadly thrown out expired palettes, but I do not even want to know like how much I actually spent on palettes just to try to be that girl. But I'm just not. So 2024, no, sorry, in 2025, I have accepted the fetch is not going to happen and I'm not going to make it happen. I'm going to be okay. And the last thing that I want to keep doing this 2024, no, what am I saying? The last thing I want to keep doing this 2025 is to keep talking about and loving on my current makeup collection so that I'm not enticed by the new makeup that's coming out. And I will always repeat this to myself. Like, I will see a new release and a video about a new review, which is also another thing that I've stopped watching, where it's about new stuff roundup and like trying on new stuff. Like, I've stopped watching that stuff because I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know what the latest and greatest stuff is because my stuff at one point was also the latest and greatest, in their era. So I want to focus on that. Like, I want to yap about old makeup because if I don't, then my mind will wander and I will not be content with what I have and I'm going to want what's current. And I have to stop that. I have to, instead of watching all this content, I'm going to make content about my old makeup. Anyway, so that's something I want to do. I want to keep fixating on what I already own so that I'm not seduced by all this new stuff. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble on about all these habits that I want to stop and I want to start for the new year. I hope that you got something out of this, and let me know what you think. Like, let me know if there's things that you're also wanting to change and wanting to do and not do anymore. Like, about all the different things I said. Let me know. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.